Avenue, Trinity. Personalized to meet your needs. These life-changing therapies await. Ready for a healthier you? Book your appointment by calling 640-8985 or 763-5292. Alternative Health Solutions. Your path to being well. That's right, and we thank you for staying with us right now. Also to watch on Native Radio now. So 30 and I'll just step aside 54 minutes for the Body Impact Clinic. These are the alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and with me in studio by the phone line we have Dr. Brian Thompson. Good afternoon, Doctor, and welcome.
Good afternoon, Cameron. How are you doing?
Everything's good over here. Thanks for asking.
All right, nice to hear from you again. Well, I know you didn't hear from me for about 2 weeks or 2 weeks around that, right? Yeah. And of course, we're back on live again. We're actually live on Facebook and YouTube at the moment, and also live on I-95.5. So, Cameron, we're all over today. Yes.
Good news.
Yes, very, very good news. But today we're actually going to be dealing with healing through natural medicine. We did a part 1 this morning where we talked about things like diet and exercise. But as we go through the program today, we'll be sharing with persons also some very important information on, we have some specials that we have running until the 14th of December. And then we also have some of our products on sale. Actually, it's about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 8 products actually on sale at the moment. And then we're going to be going through a program. Persons will be able to take advantage of these specials that we actually have that's going to be on. Hopefully, Mr. Diaz may be joining me. I'm not too sure at this moment. Let me just send him a quick reminder.
Yeah, so just in case you're not joining us, that 34 minutes brought to you by the Impact Clinic, and with me in studio by the phone lines we have Dr. Brian Thompson. Welcome.
Right, so we're back again. Right, of course, the person that now joining us for the first time, we'd like to thank you for always contributing to viewing our programs that will be found on Facebook, on YouTube, on also basically all of the different platforms like Instagram. So those of you who want to join us on Instagram, you can actually join us right now. If those who want to join us on Facebook, you can join us now at Eden Heights Clinic. We're also live on YouTube as well, and of course, I-95.5. Now, let me just give out some of the specials. So this, as we call it for some person, Christmas specials, right? So I want you to listen carefully, those that are listening at the moment and those that are on Facebook and YouTube. Remember, you can actually send us you can send in your comments, or if you have any particular question, you can also join us live. All right, so we're just going to be here for about half an hour for the most. And by God's grace, as we continue to share information with you, we will be able to all get good health. All right, so let me just give out a special, and then I will introduce Mr. Diaz. Well, he'll be talking from YouTube and Facebook. I'm not too sure if you will hear him properly, Cameron, but we'll see how that will work out. Right, so we're looking at bring 2 persons. You pay for 1 person for live blood analysis and consultation, and you're getting the other one free. So in other words, you pay for 2 persons that come in, you pay for 1, and the other person gets it free. And then we have for persons that you might not be able to bring 2 persons, you might be able to bring yourself. You'll be able to get a B12 injection free. So bring 2 persons, pay for 1, and get the other one free. All right, so you're paying for a live blood analysis and also for consultation, and that person, the other person, will get that live blood analysis and consultation free. That will be done in our 2 locations. Number 1, Trinity, number 13, Montague Avenue in Trinity. And then we also have 41A Ramsaran Street in Shogunas. I'm going to call out the numbers for both of these clinics, and then we'll get down into a program because we have more to share with you that is actually on special. So special for, well, it started the 1st of December and it's going to end on the 14th of December. That's the day we're actually closing off the clinic on, so that we all can get nice rest and then come back in January fresh and ready to go again. So we're looking at bring 2 persons. You pay for 1 person live blood analysis and consultation, and you get the other one free. Now you will actually be saving around $700. You don't want to miss this deal of a deal, and also it will be beneficial for someone else that they can actually come along with you and benefit in looking at their blood. Now, when you do a live blood test, you'll be looking for early signs of health complications. You're talking about from the liver, the kidneys, digestive issues, circulation issues. If person have, let's say, lacking certain types like B vitamin itself, especially B12, we'll be able to pick up that. If they have any signs for like parasites, bacteria, certain type of fungus, maybe candida yeast, we might be looking for that as well. So our program today is actually designed to help in a holistic way, where we're talking about healing through natural medicine or healing through God-given ways. So you're looking at temperance, rest, trust in God. We look at nutrition, exercise, fresh air, water, and sunshine, which is blazing right now outside, and it is so beautiful to be out there in that nice hot sun. Just stay out there for about half an hour, and trust me, you will feel good the next day. Right? So this is a holistic health program. Persons can join us now. So we're looking at 1 blood analysis. You pay for 1 person and you get the other one free. And then for persons that come in, if it's just you alone, you'll be able to get that B12 injection free with the live blood analysis. So that is one special. And then we have some other specials on hand where we're talking about the prices of certain products are on sale at the moment. But before I do that, Cameron, let me just give out the numbers so persons can get on to us. To get on to Eden Heights Clinic, you can call us on 640-8985. That's for Trincity. And you can get us on for Chaguanas 613-7571, 613-7571. So if you want to get information on the specials, you can also WhatsApp us on 493-9196, 493-9196. And for those that are online with us, you can actually see the location. You can get to see our WhatsApp, and you could also send us messages on either Facebook, WhatsApp, and also Instagram as well, and we'll be able to get back onto you. So Cameron, again, let me just call out those numbers, 640-8985. And then we have a WhatsApp number, 493-9196. And we have some more specials to add on to that. So stay tuned for that. Let me just introduce Mr. Diaz. Hopefully, Cameron, I hope that you'll be able to hear him. Cameron Diaz, right? Yeah, so he could be a family. We're not too sure, but we'll find out one day. All right, Mr. Diaz, you can, let's see if you'll be able to hear you.
Oh, yes. Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dr. Thompson. Good afternoon. Cameron, are you able to hear me, Cameron?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Loud and clear. Nice.
All right, you can hear me. You can hear me. So it's nice to be here once more.
All right. So, of course, we started this morning talking about healing through natural means of medicine itself, and how we're going to actually deal with so many different either viruses, diseases. Now, persons, you don't have to, let's say, continue with a disease. You've been diagnosed. All right, it could be a lifestyle disease itself. When you talk about lifestyle, of course, when you make lifestyle changes, you'll be able to overcome those problems or even prevent the problem in the first place. Now, we talked this morning, Mr. Diaz, we talked this morning about herbs and the use of herbs. Okay, that was dealing with the part of nutrition itself, but I want to give the persons that are listening on the radio at this time, though, that lovely information that you shared with us on different plants that you can actually put together that the person will be able to benefit from. All right, so you can go ahead with that, and then I will give some more of these specials for persons to get on to us. All right, yeah.
All right, no problem. Well, again, I suppose we will be looking pretty much just right in the backyard. So a lot of people, there's a lot of stuff that you have just right in your backyard that you don't take full advantage of it, mainly because you probably don't have the knowledge, to understand. Sometimes you have the answers to your health just right in your backyard. All right. Where do we start? Let's start with diabetes, something that is just becoming so rampant in our country today. When we're talking diabetes, one of the plants that does a fantastic job there is again the mango leaf. All right, you can just simply start making a little mango leaf tea. That is something that can really help. All right. Besides the mango leaf, some of the other plants that you can pretty much put into that. For those of you that might be familiar, there is seed on the leaf. Seed on the leaf is also a real fantastic herb for taking care of issues like diabetes. But maybe the seed on the leaf for some people might be considered a bit of a rare plant, or maybe you might not be too familiar with it. All right, so how about fat pork? How many people may have a fat pork tree in their yard? Or maybe it's not in the yard, maybe the neighbor might have a fat pork tree. If you have a fat pork tree, the leaves from the fat pork, you could combine it with the mango leaf, and that also is a real fantastic remedy for regulating blood sugar levels. All right. If you want that to really work for you properly, what you want to understand also is that as long as you are diabetic, there is lifestyle changes that you definitely want to make. Do some changes with the diet. All right, get off the sugars and stuff. Get off the high glycemic food. All right, like bread, white rice. And even if it is that you are using white rice, this is not something that you really want to be using like on a daily basis, for instance. You want to try to get off the packaged foods, instead of going to the supermarket and buying all these packaged foods and stuff. What you might want to do is simply maybe use a little green fig, use a little yam. All right. You don't want to use dashin and stuff like that because these high carbohydrate foods sometimes can definitely cause some issue with spiking the blood sugar. You want to use a lot of greens. All right. So all the vegetables and stuff like that you can concentrate on. There is pumpkin. There is lettuce. There is the pak choy and stuff. As I mentioned this morning, Dr. Thompson and I, we will be working on a wild edible protocol. So there's a lot of wild plants that could be used, especially for people that suffer from diabetes. These are nutritious plants that you can use. You don't have to monitor yourself on these plants at all. All you need to do is just use lots of it. I will give you an example of some of the wild edibles. All right, there is one that's called the Spanish needle. All right, Spanish needle is actually a really good plant that you could use as a bhaji. All right, all you need to do is just simply cut it up and cook it just the way you cook pak choy. All right, and the Spanish needle is very, very nutritious. You could use the cassava leaf. For some people, they would basically cut up the cassava leaf. They will boil it first for about 5 minutes, and then they will cook it down into a bhaji. All right, it tastes really good. It has a lot of nutrition. It helps with the blood sugar issues. It helps with blood pressure issues. It helps with prostate issues. All right, there's definitely a number of things that you could actually do with that. All right. There is the crepe crop. A lot of people may not know that one, but the crepe crop is actually one of those wild plants that you can eat raw. As a matter of fact, you can eat it as a lettuce replacement. But the crepe crop is actually a really good bhaji. All right. And now keep in mind, as I mentioned this morning, let me mention it again. We are usually very good at using all of the lettuce and the pak choy and the kale and the the spinach as we know it, the cabbage and all these things. But as I mentioned this morning, let's keep in mind that these plants are actually highly genetically modified at this time. All right, these are not really what I would consider original plants. So while they will have nutritional value, the plants that has even higher nutritional value will be our wild plants. Some of these wild plants that I'm calling out. All right, they have more nutrition than lettuce, more nutrition than pak choy, more nutrition than cabbage and stuff like that. All right, and these plants, a lot of people will just pass them right there on the roadside, and they don't really pay much attention to that. But let's keep in mind that these plants are really, really high in nutrition. Also, uh, another thing that you can do, there is the banana flower. What is the banana flower? You know that red part that grows under the banana that you normally cut up and throw away? That
Yes.
red part, which is called the banana flower or the banana blossom, you can actually cut that up like cabbage. You can boil it for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then you can cook it down together with all of your seasoning and coconut milk, not the coconut milk in the pack. All right, but again, a normal dry coconut, you can blend it and you can use the coconut milk and you can cook it down. Now it's a little bitter, but let me tell you something about that particular part of the banana plant. That has a really, really high level of different uh, minerals. All right, it has phosphorus, it has iron, it has magnesium. Okay, it has potassium. All right, it has copper. All right, that is a really, really nutritious part of the banana. Now, if it is that again, I mean, guys, take note. These are actually really, really nutritious food. One of the problem with us is that the reason why we are sick is because of lack of nutrition. We are eating a whole lot of genetically modified foods. We're eating a whole lot of processed foods. And what is happening when we do that is that these foods do not contain, uh, they either do not contain the amount of enzymes that is really needed to help the digestive system to digest the food, or some of them, like the processed foods, for instance, contain zero enzymes. So that when you are eating these foods, you are basically forcing the body now to have to provide enzymes to digest these foods. The best thing you could do for yourself is, again, eat the natural foods. Okay? Eat the natural foods. These are not things that you have to worry about. These are actually really good. It has a high nutrition, and this is basically what is needed to give the body the type of nutrition that is needed to heal. All right. So the stuff that I've mentioned there is not just for diabetes. It's not just for high blood pressure. It's pretty good, across the board for so many different issues, in the body, Dr. Thompson. All right. So many different issues.
All right. So, Cameron, well, you get an air full of so much health information that I'm sure you might not have heard of that before.
Benefits of fat pork,
Yes.
I have a lot of fat pork trees. I just eat them just like that, and just keep telling myself, they're just for some things I'm gonna continue eating next.
But definitely you get some information on that today.
Yeah.
All right. And thank you for telling us that. So we're going to make our way down to your house and get some of that fat pork.
And plants, I have a lot of plants also, because fat pork feels like, wow. Yeah. If don't contain them, they just spread.
Yes, it's a lovely fruit actually, lovely fruit.
And I also eat the seed of that fruit.
The seed as well.
Yeah, the seed is good, the nice one.
Right. Yes. I know when you crack that, you can get some nut in that. So definitely as we see, there are a lot of things that persons can eat. It's just that persons don't know about it. All right. And once we get to understand the different types of foods, we'll be able to get better health. And that's what we do at Eden Heights Clinic. We provide better health for persons. So we're here to educate persons, to teach them, to let them know what to eat, what to stay away from. We look for options. Then we also add in certain supplements that persons can actually appreciate so that they can actually get over their ailment or even prevent the problem in the first place. Now, what I want persons to know is that when it comes to natural health, it takes time. But when we follow these simple health laws, right, you practice basically getting proper rest, nutrition, you look at exercise, pure fresh air, things like water intake, when you get enough sunshine, and the most important, well, to me, most important is trusting in God, who would have, made you and understand the body itself. So definitely at Eden Heights Clinic, we're here to share information with you. We're open from Monday to Friday, and we start like 8 in the morning till 4:30 in the evening. Now we have those specials that are running at this moment. And that is, if you do, you bring 2 persons, 1 person pay, the other one get it free. So you're talking about live blood analysis and consultation, and the other person gets it free. Now, guess what? You're actually saving around $700 when you do that. Plus, we're going to actually put in a free B12 as well, B12 injection. Now, this injection, it doesn't hurt. You may get a little sting, but that's okay. Sometimes we might run and hit our foot on something, and then we're totally normal again. So, in other words, what we want persons to do is to appreciate the amount of health information that we're sharing with persons. And if you want to call us or WhatsApp us, you can get us on 640-8985, or you can get us on 493-9196, and that's for WhatsApp. You can also call our Shogunas number, because we have 2 locations, one in Trinity and one in Shogunas. You can call that number 613-7571, 613-7571. If you want to get that special now, call now. The persons actually are going to start booking their appointments to come in to the clinic, because we're going to be closing off on the 14th of this month. All right, for the holiday period. So take advantage of that before we close off. Of course, we're going to be open back on around the 4th of January 2024 by God's grace. Now, I just want to share before the time goes some products that we have on sale. We have one called D-Ribose. For those that are on live, all right, D-Ribose is basically used to help with maintaining of healthy energy. It also works really good for those that have palpitations or heart disease on the whole. We have one called Once Daily Health Booster. Now, this one in particular has things like vitamin E, vitamin K. It has Macugard, which is good for the eyes. It has lycopene, which is very good for persons that are dealing with like prostate cancer or cancer on the whole. We have what you call Total EFA. Now, any female that are having problems with, let's say, heavy bleeding, or you're having trouble basically with either cysts or fibroids, Total EFA is something that works excellent for that. I've never seen it, let's say, not done any good job for anybody. I would say that, put it that way. It has omega-3, 6, and 9. And then our superfood, which is called Nano Greens. That one is actually on sale at the moment as well. We also have our vitamin C. Now, this vitamin C is a steal of a deal. You, instead of getting it for $350, you get it now for $200. That definitely is a steal of a deal. Those that need to build their blood, right? You can actually get our iron. Our iron is actually 32 ounces, and that contains let's say 32 ounces of iron, and that's for like $150. And one of my favorite is Cardio for Life. Excellent for blood flow. Really good for persons that are actually working out in the gym. And it's excellent for helping with cleaning of the arteries. And that one is actually on sale at the moment. That used to be 400, and now we have one on sale. Now this is a peach flavor, and that is like 350. So we have many different specials that persons can get. They can always call us on the numbers 493-9196, or you can get us on 613-7571, 613-7571. So welcome to those that are listening to us for the first time. Eden Heights Clinic, we're here to help as much persons as possible as we can. And by God's grace, as you take time, because it takes time to heal the human body, it might have taken you at least around 10 years to 15 years to develop certain diseases. But guess what? A lot of persons like to get rid of disease within the first day that they see us. They want to get rid of the disease one time. But guess what? That's not how the body works. The body works by taking time to heal itself. Give it the right environment, and the body will heal itself. We know that for sure. All right. So Cameron, I'm not too sure if you have any more questions, or if anybody has any questions that will be listening to you live.
People have a strike force these days. You know, everywhere you go, everyone have they have a strike force. You know, just no call or nothing. You know, just the strike force. You know what's the cause?
Well, there could be many causes for that. Number one, persons need to make sure and hydrate properly. Number two, we're living in an environment where we're just closed up most of the time. We're in the house or in air condition all day long. So even that could be a factor into increasing things like dry cough. We have dust that is in the air. Persons may be using too much of milk, cheese, or anything with dairy in it. If it's too much of it, it can contribute to it. You may not be getting in enough omega-3s or fatty acids. That can also contribute to that as well. And I will let Mr. Diaz, if you have anything in mind, to share with us at this time. And as we just have 2 minutes again, Cameron.
Well, Dr. Thompson, you know me. I believe that, again, one of the contributing factors to such is we have a lot of environmental pollution. All right, a lot of it. All right, and it is for the first time in history, I am hearing about Sahara dust during the rainy season. We have never had in the history of the Caribbean, we have never had Sahara dust in the rainy season. All right, and now we are seeing that rain can fall, buckets of drops, but that does nothing to stop the Sahara dust. And I have my personal belief about it. I personally don't believe it's Sahara dust because we have never had such an issue. So let me just say that we have a lot of factors of environmental pollution. And when that happens, I think that we need to really, pay more attention to our health. Pay more attention to our health. All right, there are things that you can do for people who have a juicer. For instance, there's a simple combination where you can juice some turmeric, you can juice ginger, you could juice a little garlic, all right, and you can add maybe just a little cayenne powder to that, and you can probably take about a teaspoon or a tablespoon, keep it in the refrigerator, all right, keep a teaspoon or a tablespoon, and that is one of the things that could actually act as a flu bomb, and it can really help to take care of like issues of cough and all these things. It can boost your immune system, and it can really help to detox the body, all right, of certain dangerous chemicals and pollutions and stuff like that. So that is something that you guys could keep in mind and you can use, and I believe that it can definitely be of value to our listeners.
That's the cayenne powder you're talking about.
Yes, that's
Cayenne
the
powder,
point.
yeah. Add just a little tip of cayenne powder, probably about a quarter teaspoon. If you are good at dealing with cayenne powder, you could go up to about a half a teaspoon. All right, depending on the heat unit of the cayenne powder. And as I said, you could keep it in the fridge, and you can take a little bit, maybe twice a day, and that will definitely add value to keeping the immune system boosted.
Will do. Thanks.
Oh, okay. See, it seemed like we got cut off from the radio there. Well, just closing off this program here. That's live on Facebook and YouTube at the moment. Join us again by God's grace tomorrow as we continue to share with you health information. All right. Thank you to those that listen to us on I-95 and also, of course, on our YouTube and our Facebook page. You can share this with persons so that they'll be able to benefit from these information. All right. Thank you again. And God bless every one of